Now down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
as we welcome you inside Adelard Arena. And we're ready for period number 1, game number 10, as Austin Prep takes on LaSalle College High School. This is the 5-6 game after Mount St. Charles beat DeMatha Catholic. So DeMatha Catholic is 8, Mount St. Charles 7. This will determine 5-6. We'll go 4-3 in the consolation game at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, yes. And then the championship game at 4. It's all becoming a blur and a mishmash as we finish day 3 of the tournament. Austin Prep in the white with the green trim. LaSalle College High School in the blue with the gold and white. As the 12 of Connor Griffin works this one down inside the zone for Austin Prep. Pops up along the backside boards, taken away here by the 6 of Doucette. Doucette looped that around, and actually that was Griffin colliding with his own teammate Bevilacqua, and Bevilacqua went up high. Back into the neutral zone, carried forward by the 24 of Tarsi for Carpenter. As Carpenter pushes that one, and this one's going to come way up and all the way back down into the neutral zone. Slides out for Giordano as he'll pick that one up. Line changes ensue for both sides. As another shot goes wide past the post. Off the sideboards, looping around as it comes off for Chase Hannon. Hannon pushes that one forward, looking for the 15 of Conforti down in the corner. Back around for Hannon once again. Instead, it'll be peeled away. And Austin Prep tries to clear it out of the zone. Their 9 is Matt Ardito. And that puck deflects up into the netting and out of play. Nate DeRoche in net for Austin Prep. Played game 1. Marty Pierce shepherded them through game 2 yesterday. On the opposite side, the 35 of Arias Karangi played yesterday for LaSalle. And we'll get the call today. Hannon through the neutral zone as he was looking there for Conforti. Taken off with a play by Bello. As he releases that one up for Hogden, as Hogden came in right off of the bench area. They were trying to make the fast break on the line change opportunity. Curled back for Murphy. Murphy, Hogden, and then getting dumped down at center ice was the aforementioned Murphy. Daniel Murphy for Aiden Higson. For Hogden. Hogden to Higson. And that one is tapped down instead by Declan Kelly on the opposite side for LaSalle. To those of us that are Ocean Staters, i.e. Rhode Island, that may tune in for this one just for the sake of watching it. This is LaSalle College High School from Pennsylvania, not to be confused with LaSalle Academy, over about 15 minutes down the road from here. They played last night, in fact, against Bishop Hendricken High School, and Hendricken came away with the 3-2 victory in overtime in the annual Ed Walsh Memorial Cup game. Regular season resumes tomorrow for Rhode Island. Couple of games on the board, including those Hendricken Hawks, as they'll take on Warwick Co-op. And LaSalle back in action against Moses Brown. And we're right back at it tomorrow for regular season play. Connor Griffin Drop back pass slotted through, and that slid past the stick of Mallet. All the way back to the point. Hard shot from Griffin. Blocker patted aside, and a second one is Karangi standing tall in net right now for LaSalle. And Karangi another save as that one's going to have the net knocked off of its moorings, and we're going to get a face-off down to his right. Today's first period on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by our elite recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. Visit rreliterecruits.com. And by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. We want to thank all of those who sponsor Fans Only Sports Network, whether it be during hockey season or throughout the year, for helping us be able to do what we do, produce games like this on the tournament and throughout the regular seasons, and be able to bring them to fans, friends, and family all throughout the world. We were informed just a couple of days ago, Fans Only Sports Network reached 14 different countries in 2022, over 2.5 million media impressions throughout the 2022 year, and we hope for many more in 23. For the 10 of Declan Kelly behind the net. Kelly's going to try to move that one out. Gets forward for Carpenter. Carpenter spins one all the way across for Tarsi, as Tarsi dives to the corner, and instead it's picked up and carried away by Thomas Fabo. Fabo and his friends from Austin Prep will dump that one all the way down. Aiden Higson chased it in the corner, comes back out for Murphy. Murphy back for Fabo at the point as he sent one in. Wheeled and dealed by Giordano, and it may have deflected off of a few people before landing in the Austin Prep bench. And we get a stoppage of play. 9:16 left to go here in the first period. There is no score on the board. We got a quick one right on the gun this morning in the 10 a.m. game to open it up. Mount St. Charles, Logan Lefebvre scored 16 seconds in to the game. And it sat 1-1 for quite a while. Mount ended up walking away with a 5-2 victory. Karangi's going to seal the deal and hold that one in place. And we'll get a face-off down to his left. One by Ardito as he holds for Carlson. Getting tied up. Arm goes up. Yep, and there's going to be the first penalty of the day without question. As Timothy Whittick got in the way of an Austin Prep player. So Whittick goes in the box, 2 minutes for interference. And our first power play of the game will go to Austin Prep. Kept in just barely at the blue line by Griffin. Turned in the corner for Hayes. As Hayes tries to work that along the backside boards, Hayes gets knocked down, still continuing to push the puck. And he gets a little help from Nolan Mallet, though it comes around here as a 2-on-1 opportunity the other way for LaSalle. And somehow Griffin was able to get all the way back to that one as Dean Carvalho was off to the races. Had the 13 of Ryan Desmond along with him. Comes back to the blue line, and it kicks around. Goes back onto the stick of Carvalho, who will send it down. So Fisher Niehaus picks this one up behind the net. As Austin Prep tries to start out, minute 13 left to go in the advantage. We play with 8 left to go here in the period, and that is a good defensive play from Carpenter. They push Niehaus all the way back. So Niehaus will start once again. This one's going to come all the way down. They're going to say deflected, no icing on the call. Flying puck all the way back towards the Austin Prep bench. And we'll get a face-off down in the corner. 53 seconds remaining on the advantage. Chasing it is Pabo. As he sends it around the backside, Carlson went back to Pabo. Pabo got run out of the play there by the 34 of Charlie Kennedy. And Pabo just gave a shove to Giordano. Picked up by Drew Thibodeau as Thibodeau carries that one back across. Hard shot and somehow snaring it in between his knee pad area was Karangi. Final 5 seconds to go on the power play as this one cycled back in the defensive zone, carried out by Griffin. Across the blue line, hard shot, blocker patted aside. Second attempt as Ardito was trying to get a stick on it and couldn't get it. Karangi coming up with 2 saves. And a whistle and a stoppage of play, and we're going to get puck played with a... Are we going to get a high sticking call? Yeah, high matching minors for high sticking. So we'll play 5-on-5. As they're going to call matching minors. Chase Hannon dumped all the way back down as Doucette will get there. Comes back out and it's looped around. And it's sent back down by Mallet into the zone defensively. LaSalle trying to see if they can pick it up. Austin Prep right back in front. And stuffing one was Derek Daly, but Karangi makes the save. Offside. Face-off cycled around for Doucette on the side boards as it bounces up through the neutral zone area. Taken away here by Thibodeau. Off of the backside boards, takes that wicked bounce off the seam and comes all the way back out in the corner. Moved through the zone by Hannon and offside called. Pushed back down into the offensive corner for LaSalle. Defensive movement here for Austin Prep as they carry that one out into the neutral zone. Opportunity there on the 6 of Yanni Loyak. Loyak off of the side of the 5 of Giordano and all the way around. Ardito. And a whistle and another offsides called and collision between the 14 of Nate Carlson and the 4 of Timothy Whittick. Daly bars the blue line for LaSalle and then trying to move that one through is Carvalho. Comes back for Giordano. Carvalho sends that one across, was looking there for LaGreca, couldn't get a full pace control. Bounces off of the stick of Hayes all the way down to the corner. Hayes chases it as he battles with Giordano. 4.5 left to go here in the first. Still no score between these two sides. As they challenge in the 5-6 game here on day 3 of the Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic, 25th annual Holiday Classic. Minus the COVID year. As that one bounces through in the center. Up over top as it went glass on the back side instead of Karangi's pad. And came back down. Penalty boxes are empty once we get the whistle, but we play 5-a-side hockey. Down into the corner and a big hit is that's Ryan Hogden, the 23 that got hit as Higson plays the puck through the neutral zone. Bello in the corner. Comes back out for Higson. Higson went for Hogden on the opposite side. Came back across and it's picked up instead by Conforti for LaSalle. Works that one down. Shepherded around the backside boards by DeRoche. Bello in the center for Murphy. As Murphy sends that one to the corner, Austin Prep going for a line change as well too. Stuffing it right in front on a wraparound attempt was the 22 of Aiden Higson, and the net off of its moorings finally creates a stoppage of play that releases the players from the penalty box. Face off one by LaSalle as they cycle this one around. Looping puck through the neutral zone for Kennedy. And that one will involve a penalty being called for hooking. To the box goes Nate Carlson. 2 minutes for hooking. So LaSalle on the power play here for the next 2 as there's 2.5 left to play in the period. Karangi shepherds that one to the corner. Picked up by Hannon. Hannon will start it out from the backside as he works with the 17 of Carvalho. Carvalho bothered there by Derek Daly. Worked back for Carpenter. Carpenter and Carvalho now as that one gets peeled away by the Austin Prep defense and sent all the way down smartly there by the 19 of Tommy Hayes. Desmond. Hannon. As Chase Hannon carries it himself through the neutral zone, 3 green jerseys on him. And Thibodeau got his stick in to dispossess him, but the puck slides down into the back corner. Picked up on a slot pass that went across the mouth of the goal from Carvalho. Over top of the stick of Desmond in the corner, bothered there by Bello. It comes back for Desmond once again. Thibodeau on top, trying to push that one. Carvalho picks this one up, overlaps it, and then back to the blue line for Hannon. Fired one from distance. That one got past DeRoche. Net is loose from its moorings, replaced by DeRoche once again. Now we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage play. .55 separating us from the brief intermission between the first and second periods of play. We'll get the longer one between the second and third to resurface the ice. And after a lengthy game one with a couple of injury stoppages and then the whole fisticuff incident that happened, we are behind schedule. Things are going to get compressed here through the rest of the day. Carried through the neutral zone by Zarzicki. Penalty boxes are empty. We play 5-a-side for the final 20 seconds to go. First period, Karangi's going to pin that one to the ice and hold it for safekeeping. And we'll get a stoppage of play. On the backside boards in the final 10 seconds, popped out. Opportunity there, trying to get a stick on it was Ardito. Came all the way down instead. Monzo along the sideboards as Monzo works there with the 24 of Tarsi, and the horn sounds and the first period is over. Honors even, no score after one. I'll take the quick timeout and we'll take it as well. You're watching the Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Jackson fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
As we welcome you back for second period action here on Fans Only Sports Network, Austin Prep and LaSalle College in a 0-0 battle. Plenty of shots on goal, plenty of opportunities in the first period. Penalty box is empty. We play five-a-side to start the second here. As it's taken off of the sideboards, the 19 of Tommy Hayes working through. Dark Daly in the corner. Peeled back out for Mallet. Nolan Mallet had himself quite a day yesterday on day 2 and propelled Austin Prep through into this game. Otherwise, they may have been playing the 10 o'clock game this morning. Daly. Mallet. And that one was sent up into Karangi's glove, and then all sorts of extracurriculars after the play. Was trying to go for what he perceived to be a still loose puck was Tommy Hayes. Oh, and the Zamboni doors. Have open. Looks like they're replacing the pegs on the bottom of the nets. On both sides. And now they've got to try to get the doors back closed again. Well, that is all set and done. And we continue on. And immediately the net bumped right away and slides. Karangi holds that one. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. And I think the referee's going to go over. Takes a look at things as he skates by. Around the backside boards, LaSalle scoots this one out into the neutral zone. Intercepted, though, by Austin Prep. Sent all the way back down on the stick of the 12 of Connor Griffin as that one loops around the backside boards. Will peel out. No, it does not go out to the blue line as it's taken over instead by Bevilacqua right in the middle. LaSalle takes that one the other way instead. LaGreca all the way down. And somehow, in the midst of all the traffic, it slides underneath into the glove of Nate DeRoche. $13-17 left to go here, as that one's going to get popped right back into DeRoche on the draw play. Kept in at the neutral zone area, blue line. Very craftily for a moment by Owen Quinn, and then it's going to come all the way down. Galato up into the netting and a stoppage of play. Set. Battled out of the sideboards and moved along. And Karangi will just corral that one. .12.5 remaining here in the second. Already saw Austin Prep involved once in overtime in a shootout earlier in the tournament. I know there's still a long way to go here in this game. But this is a defensive battle so far through almost a period and a half as a hard shot comes from the 23 of Haag, and that one goes wide. Picked up by Kennedy. Kennedy tried to slot that one out of the zone. Puck went flying through the air and is gloved by Karangi after Kennedy and Higson collided with each other on the sideboards. Salle wins this one. Wraparound attempt, trying to look for Kennedy in the neutral zone. Bounces off of him. And it comes back for Mallet at center. Mallet drops that one over. Slot pass for Daly went just a little wide. 40. For Daly now for Austin Prep. And Karangi snares that one on the shot attempt that came up top from Hayes. Kicked away by Conforti. As Riley Pone sent one on frame. This one comes all the way down. Battling for it in the corner is Bello. Back up top for Giordano's. And that one popped off the side of the net. LaSalle almost had themselves on the board. Carvalho pushes that to the corner, and now they do! Michael Zarzicki puts one home, and LaSalle's on the board 1-0. They're going to give the assists to Grant LaGreca and Matt Giordano, but Zarzicki's goal puts LaSalle up 1-0. Fabo bounces this one all the way up. Giordano for LaSalle, and we're going to get a whistle, and I think we're going to say played with a high stick, so we're going to get a face-off just outside of the blue line area. Swept back in by Fisher Niehaus. Comes over top, 11 on 11, and stuffing that one was the 11 in blue of James Carpenter against DeRoche, and DeRoche made the save. Doucette All the way down, and DeRoche will shepherd it aside. Carpenter, or my apologies, 11 of Fabo. We've seen LaSalle in white for the past 2 days. Doucette. Tyler Kalea now across for Niehaus. Off of his stick as it got sent forward for Ogden. 23 the other way is Ryan Warner as it loops around the backside boards. Picked up and carried through by Ogden. Ogden drops that one off for Murphy, who continues it through, and Murphy sends one, gets sticked aside. 9 left to go here in the second period. Carried by Galato. Behind the backside boards, loops that one out for Hannon. Hannon will bring it back up to the blue line, kept in at the zone by Galato. And no one to control there after he stepped it across the blue line. Ogden picked it up and sent the other way. For the 14 of Carlson. Gets run hard into the boards. Big hit from Max Monzo. Picked up by Daly. Hayes. As he punches that one through along the sideboards, looking to try to move it along with Connor Griffin. Back for Hayes again, and now into the 17 of Mallet. Bodies flying as Hayes ran in to Declan Kelly. Kelly will sweep that around the backside boards. Comes out for the opposite side of the 16 of Badgarian. High puck that pops up all the way down. Badgarian's going to chase this one all the way back into the defensive zone. Picked up instead by the 15 of Matt Conforti, and DeRoche makes the save. Fairfield prep Bishop Garton, and they're switching goalies as Karangi is going to come out at the midway point of the second period, midway point of the game. So Jacob Rossi in net for LaSalle. Karangi did the entire game yesterday, plus half of today. I put Jacob Rossi in net, and they'll let Aries Karangi get some rest. About a 6-hour bus ride back for LaSalle after this game is concluded. Delayed off sides, it'll dump back into the zone. Picked up by Quinn. Slots that one forward as he got that onto the stick of Zarzicki, who has the goal. And then he got it forward for LaGreca. Shot attempt got deflected up. Chased by Quinn. Shot score! As it pops back out, and Austin Prep has leveled this game. It's the 9 of Matt Ardito. Drew Thibodeau is going to get the assist on that one. Honors even with 6 to play. DeRoche behind his net sweeps that one around. Ardito. Carried back by LaSalle the other way, now on the stick of Camross. Or my apologies, it's actually the 4 of Timothy Whittick. Through and stopped by DeRoche. Pinned down in the corner, comes right back out, trying to see if they can put one on frame. 18 of LaGreca as he gets bodied to the boards there by the 14 of Carlson. For Austin Prep to try to carry it out of the zone, Tommy Hayes is back for Mallet. Dropped off for Daly. And that one will be saved by Rossi in a stoppage of play. Rossi having to make 2 very quick saves. As Austin Prep peppering the net. For Mallet. Comes back across once again. As it's tapped by Monzo. Around the backside boards, back of the blue line. Conforti fires, one kicked away by DeRoche. Mallet. Kennedy for LaSalle as he went to send one and it ends up deflecting. And will be saved by DeRoche. We get another stoppage of play. 4.5 left to go here in the second. That one gets sent across the mouth of the goal from Zarzicki. Play in the corner, comes back out for LaGreca. Slots all the way back in the neutral zone, moved along by Owen Quinn along the sideboards. Bottled up by the Austin Prep defense. They can just poke check that one back up. And it's gloved by Carpenter. Nolan Mallet. And it's sent on the opposite side. Giordano for LaSalle. Gets one forward for Carvalho. Carvalho carries it into the zone. Drop back for Zarzicki again. And Zarzicki a long distance attempt. Hits off the backside boards. Tie up between the 11 of James Carpenter and the 27 of Emmett Bello. Nothing called and we continue on. Warner behind his net as he worked that one with Quinn. Quinn along the glass and off of the bench. And are we going to get an offside called? And that's going to take... Oh, no, they caught him for too many men on. They caught him. They did catch him. So, Radrican in the box. Bench minor toss and prep for too many men on the ice. Desmond. Galato. About a minute difference between the game clock and the penalty clock. As we play here with 2 and change left to go. Warner at the blue line, but it's still instead and carried by Hannon. Chase Hannon still with it as now he finally drops one as he was looking behind the net for the 19 of Galato. Comes back across for Warner, fires one to Roche on the doorstep, makes the save. And Galato tried to punch it. And DeRoche makes the save. Popped up right into the seating section directly behind the face-off circle, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Bodies flying everywhere as the face-off is won by Warner and LaSalle. And Doucette to Warner. Now back in the corner is pinned, trying to be moved along by Hannon. Hannon's able to kick it all the way around. Gets to Doucette on the opposite corner. Doucette pushes back. Connor Griffin right there defensively for Austin Pratt. Doucette. Galato off the post. Comes back for Warner up top. Warner slides one through the center, hit traffic, and it's kicked out of the zone. Will be chased by Zarzicki. 20 seconds remaining in the advantage. Minute 20 left to go here in the period. For Carvalho. Off of him, popped up, and then went flying up in the air. On the attempt from Zarzicki, may have gotten a piece of DeRoche's helmet. That one actually hit DeRoche's helmet. You can hear the clack. Penalties expired, and we're into the last minute of play in the second period. Wrap around, and it's pinned on the post by DeRoche after the attempt from Dean Carvalho. Carvalho. Fisher Niehaus battling with him. Kicks that one back around opposite side for Kim Ross. Taken away instead and carried the other way by Bevilacqua for Austin Pratt. Bouncing puck hits off of the backside boards. Will peel up and be tried to controlled by Declan Kelly. Comes back instead. Up at the blue line, hard shot and the save. Yes, no, still loose, and now finally they're going to blow the whistle. And now we've got fisticuffs after the play. After a sprawling save from Jacob Rossi. I think we're going to get coincidentals for roughing called. So Cameron Ross, Riley phoned. Coincidental minors for roughing. We'll play the final seconds to go of this period. Still 5-on-5. as that one will bounce all the way down. Fabo. Errant pass comes back out onto the stick of the 24 of Julian Tyrsey. And an opportunity for LaSalle right there at the end of the period doesn't come to fruition. 0-0 after one. Why not? 1-1 after two. We'll take the break and we'll have an intermission to ourselves. You're watching the Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic on Fans Only Sports Network.
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Third period of action about to get underway here from Adelaide Arena at Mount St. Charles Academy. Game number 10 in the Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic. 2 more to go. The bronze medal game coming up around about 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we'll have the gold medal match, the championship game, 4 p.m. as Fairfield Co-op takes on St. Joe's of New York. One here, still a lot to decide as that one died right in front of the Austin Prep net. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. And the puck will come outside of the blue line area. Nate DeRoche continues in net for Austin Prep. Jacob Rossi came in midway through the second period. Replaced Austin Aries Karengi. And this one will send all the way down the sideboards. Carpenter chasing that one for LaSalle. Looped back around as it's moved along by Tyler Kalea for a moment for Austin Prep. Kalea tried to spin that the opposite direction. Drew Thibodeau poke checks it all the way down, and it's chased by Ryan Warner. Warner across for Doucette. Back into the neutral zone. Flipped up into the air by Carlson as it comes back down. Moving with speed was Galato as he tried to chase down Carlson in the corner. Back up top for Hannon. Chase Hannon slots that one across, landed onto the stick of Galato in a shot attempt that hit the pads of DeRoche and kicked away. will be picked up by Carlson, loops it around, and he sends this one all the way down the ice, and icing will get called. Today's game on Pinsley Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lammy, Attorney at Law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of the nation's #1 recruiting service. Join rreliterecruits.com today. Through traffic and all the way down, deflected off of a number of players, so icing negated as Matt Giordano picks that one up. Comes back out along the blue line area. Galato pushing it forward for LaSalle. Dump and chase. They're going to use it for a line change opportunity. And it scoots around for the 19 in green and white of Tommy Hayes. Hayes sends that one forward for Daly. Daly holds, fires. Save made by Rossi. And we'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off to come to his right. We're on the backside boards. Monzo picks it up in the neutral zone. Puck popped up right in front of the penalty box area and comes right back down onto the ice instead. Worked the opposite way. Rossi will snag that one after the attempt came inside from the 6 of Yanni Loyek. Into the corners. Pushed by Doucette, and we're going to get a whistle, stoppage of play, and I think we're going to have coincidentals for roughing. Charlie Kennedy, Daniel Murphy. Oh, Charlie Kennedy for a cross check. Daniel Murphy for the slash. Loops around the backside, carried out here by Carvalho as he tries to work that one through the neutral zone. Fisher Niehaus on the opposite side, good deflection as he tried to push it up the boards along his bench side. Instead it comes back. Fabo is going to pick that one up on the backside corner, loops it all the way around. Stopped, though, on the opposite side by LaGreca. And this one will finally squirt all the way through in the neutral zone. Moved along by Loyak. Loyak dumps that one around the backside boards. Was looking for some help, instead found the 6 in blue of Doucette, who tried to push it out of the zone. 6 against 6 as Doucette battles against Loyak. Loyak battling Doucette into the boards and then slides one out, and Rossi makes the save. And they have sent coincidentals as Aiden Higson goes into the box, and so too does James Carpenter on sportsmanlike conduct penalties assessed. So we stay 5-on-5. Tarsi. Ridden out of the play by Griffin. Back for Cam Ross. As Ross tried to sweep that one up the sideboards, Bevilacqua comes back for it. Wittick, that one hit the side of the post. DeRoche also caught a piece of it to kick it away. Continued battle along the sideboards as it pops up, and it will be sent all the way down defensively for Austin Prep. Icing ends up being called as Declan Kelly. My apologies, that was actually the 14 of Ken Ross chasing it. Giordano from the blue line. Right back out in front, and a point blank shot from Hannon. Blocked off of the chest of DeRoche. Hannon. That's where Giordano, hard shot, and that one hit the backside boards and came back out. 10 left to go here in the period. Dispossessed and chasing the other way. Shot, score! Nolan Mallet. A pickup play in the neutral zone. Takes it to the house. And it's 2-1 Austin Prep. A 2-1 Austin Prep, 9 and change left to go here in regulation. Hard shot from the 18 of LaGreca off of the edge of DeRoche's glove. And now Fabo, 3-on-1, and Fabo ran into the skates of Ryan Water. Score! Curled it off of the backside corner. And Austin Prep has reached out to a 2-goal lead. And it's 3-1. For Giordano, as he works that one around behind his own net. Back out for Bello. Sorry, my apologies. Check that. It's Max Monzo carrying it. Riley Phone for Charlie Kennedy. Tapped by Monzo. Drew Thibodeau. And now back for Giordano. Off the sideboards, and it's worked all the way down by Nate Carlson. Carvalho carries back into the zone for LaSalle, and it gets sent the other way by Tommy Hayes. And a whistle and a stoppage of play for offside. And a whistle and a stoppage of play and a roughing call to come. And draw play, and DeRoche makes the save. Off of the edge of DeRoche's glove. Minute 50 remaining in the advantage. 7.5 left to go in the period. Chase Hannon. Hannon holds this one down in the corner. It will come around and be picked up by Ryan Warner. Right in front, that one hit the inside of the post and came back out. And this one will go all the way down. Rossi will shepherd it to the side. Warner, as he loops around the back side, and will drop it at the blue line for Desmond. Desmond cross to Warner, back again for Doucette. 55 seconds remaining on the advantage. 6.5 to go here in regulation. And LaSalle chasing this one at 3-1. Carvalho pops back for Giordano. As Giordano will settle this one behind his net and try to come out in the final 25 seconds to go of power play time. Carvalho carries it through. Bodied out of the play by Niehaus, and it's swept all the way down the ice by Fabo. Stick taps in 5 seconds will end the power play, and we'll get icing. Face-off won by Austin Prep. With a 12 of Griffin behind the net. This one loops all the way around. It'll get flicked up into the neutral zone. Gloved back down by James Carpenter. Off of the ceiling. And we'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off down in the LaSalle zone. Fairfield Prep Bishop Garrison to come up in about 20 minutes of time. A scheduled 2 p.m. Eastern Time face-off in the bronze medal game. Fairfield Co-op, St. Joe's, New York, and the gold medal match at 4 o'clock Eastern Time as we close off the Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic. Four of 7 in the Ocean State today is the Prout Christmas Classic at Providence College closing off as well. And those games about to get underway at about 3 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Fans Only Sports Network as well, as that one's going to get flicked up into the netting and a stoppage of play. 2 regular season games for Rhode Island High School hockey tomorrow. And then a break for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day before we're back at it again. Into the corner. Fabo pulls that one out for Phone. Phone got bottled by Hannon right at the blue line boards. Again, Hannon and Phone battling for it. And Fabo gets a stick in the way. That one scooted just past DeRoche. Along the backside boards is Desmond. Desmond peels it out for Galato. Free puck dances through and into the neutral zone goes Bevilacqua. Fired one hard. That popped up and Rossi makes the catch. For the 6 of Doucette in the corner as he pushes that one around looking for Carvalho. And it scoots all the way back down. Warner behind his own net. Picked that one up for Zarzicki. And Rossi makes the save and a stoppage of play. Through traffic, an attempt there from Badrican. Hits off, comes back for Daly. Daly switches sides and goes for Bello on that one. Results in a play that will get it sent all the way down the opposite side. Icing is a call. For the 5 of Giordano off the sideboards, picked back up by Daly. Daly stops on a dime, sends one through, own goal! It hits off of the stick of Julian Tarsi and ends up in the backside of the net. Tommy Hayes will get credited for the goal. Derek Daly, Thomas Baba the assists, and this one's 4-1. Icing. Hard shot off the backside boards. As LaSalle trails by 3 now with 2 and change left to go. Carrying this one outside of the zone. Phone's going to pick it up. Sent it down off of the empty net and hit the post. Riley Phone looking for an opportunity. Empty net to our broadcast right if you haven't figured that one out yet as they go 6-on-5 here. For the final 2 left to go. And it gets spun around, and we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. And this one's going to involve a misconduct penalty to the 23 of Ryan Warner. So they'll put Rossi back in for the moment, at least while they control the face-off. And now they'll pull him out again. 6-on-5. Off with the sideboards, Cam Ross, and this one's going to go all the way down. Icing will be called. Face off won by LaSalle. Cam Ross in the corner. Garballo at the blue line. Kept in the zone by Zarzicki. Back out in the neutral zone for Ross as this one goes through off of the stick of Carpenter. Held back at the blue line again. Sent, and it's deflected up after the initial attempt came from Cam Ross. Hit someone's stick on the way up. Off of DeRoche's pads as it flew back in front of him. This one's going to come back and will be captured at the blue line area by Ross. Last minute of play here in the period. Streaking back into the offensive zone is Carpenter. Shot, score! As it popped out. And ends up a snipe shot from Matt Giordano for 2. They're going to try to pull Rossi one more time. 40 seconds left to go. Carrying it is Fabo. Fabo through the neutral zone. He'll get dispossessed. Comes back instead for Ardito for a second. Up off of the sideboards. Collected here by Tyler Kalea. This one's going to go all the way down in the corner. Ardito chases it. So too does the 9 of Hand and loops it around the backside boards. Back out into the neutral zone. Picked up by LaSalle as it bounces around. Controlled by Kalea and pops all the way up. Deflection is negating the icing, and this will be it. They'll carry it out, and poked at the blue line. Horn will sound, and that'll do it. Austin Prep's going to win 4-2. They'll finish 5th. LaSalle will finish 6th, and we're off to the medal round games. Fairfield Prep, Bishop Garrison coming up in about 10 minutes time. Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic on Fans Only Sports Network. Thanks so much for tuning in.